The bike ride home was like watching a zombie movie in Swahili, confusing, scary, and full of answered questions. Plus, my limbs were still wobbly like my sting, so we had to flee slowly. Well, the good news is we don't have ghosts, I said. My voice wobbled a bit. Benny gave a shitty laugh. And we know what made those big paw prints Mr. Boo showed us. Yay us. We rode along in the silence for a while still trying to deal with what we seen. A scorpion mixed with a lion, said Benny. How is that even possible? I know, my heart thudded faster at the thought of the creatures. Benny and I padded onward through pools of light cast by street lamps. I got a C in science, and even I know that insects can't breed with animals, he said. Plus, there's a whole size difference. I shook my head. Traces of my poison cross vision still shadowed me. Melancholy made me sluggish. Poor Hosea and Mama. Poor Mr. Boo and the rest. The victims? I nodded. First they get blasted with images of their worst fears. Then they fall into a permanent sleep. Benny glanced over me. That's what happened to you, hallucinations? I tried to swallow around a lump in my throat that felt like an ostrich egg. It was awful, and if you hadn't been there, I'd be in a coma right now. Benny's smirk was wistful. Remember that come Christmas Eve. Only 16 more shopping days left. Seriously, I said, you saved me. That was quick thinking. He sat up a little straighter. It, it was, wasn't it? Pure instinct, you know. Maybe I'll become a doctor. But first, Dr. Brackman, we got to tell the hospital how soda counteracts the poisons. Absolutely, said Benny. We just tore them up and he patted out as a thought hit him. I sat in my seat having the same realization and tell them, hey, just pour soda over your comatose patients. They'll save them. No, really, it will. Benny rubbed his jaw. Yeah, we might need to work on the wording. As our bike leaned into a curve, I said, we'll get on it tonight, but right now there's another problem on my mind. How high to make the monument to my awesomeness, said Benny. I sent him a sober look. How the heck do we drive those monsters out of town? He had no answers for that. Turning off the main road, we entered our neighborhood. Blue TV screen light shone from living room windows. The burble of dinner-time conversation drifted into the night. These people were relaxed, happy. They had no clue about what lurked in our school. You know, Mrs. Johnson would want us to tell her about this, I said. Yes, said Benny, and then back off, I said. Yeah, he repeated. I shifted on my seat. Somehow that doesn't sound very heroic. No, Benny agreed it doesn't. I didn't know why stubbornness revenge, but I didn't. I didn't want to just step away from this problem. Not yet. I wanted us to come up with a solution on our own. We've got a day and a half, I said, as we turned into my driveway. How about we try a couple of things tomorrow, and if they don't work, then we tell the principal. Benny's grin was as wide as the waistband of a hippo's tutu. See, I knew my positive influence would rub off on you. We parked our we parked our bikes by my garage and headed inside. Tomorrow we tackle the monster problem. But tonight, the first thing I did was give my dad and abuelita a great big hug. The next morning before school, we lurched my sister's charity machine to the mechanical room. Our reasoning was, since the Scorp-Lions were part cat, okay, lion, maybe we could drive them out with stuff that cats hate. Near the top of that list, Benny assured me was loud music. When we reached the room, I'm not ashamed to say I let Bunny go inside first. The thought of those scorpion tails still gave me the cold shivers. The coast is clear, Benny said. Let's blast out some scorpions. I grimaced. Still don't think that name is working. What do you want us to call them? Then, he said. Scorpions? I cocked my head almost. How about Scorp-Lions? Scorp-Lions? Bunny tried it out and nodded. Scorp-Lions it is. That settled. We plunged in the unit, angling it to give the room maximum coverage. The night before, I had gone through my sister's charity CDs to find the most annoying one. Reaching into my book bag, I dug out a disc I borrowed from her collection. I squinted at it. Bunny squinted at it. Who's Barry Manilo? A scorpion's worst nightmare, I said, slipping the CD into the player. Crank it up. As soon as the soppy strings and drippy vocals blasted on the speakers, Bunny winced. This is putrid, he shouted. Perfect, I yelled. We retreated outside before the music made our ears bleed. I can't believe anyone would want to sing this stuff, said Bunny. That's my sister for you, I said, watching the half-open door. Too bad she isn't here to sing now. Those Scorp-Lions wouldn't know what hit them. A few minutes passed. The second song was even worse than the first, but the monsters didn't show. Anytime now, Benny said. We waited and waited. I actually started humming along with one of the songs before Benny stopped me. 2 more minutes went by. Incoming students gave us strange looks as they passed down the hall, but no Scorp-Lions. Something occurred to me. Hey Benny. Yeah? Did we put the speakers in the wrong place? He frowned. What do you mean? We're trying to drive the monsters out, but the music is loudest right by the door. Wouldn't they head in the other direction? Good point, said Bunny, slumping. Then his face brightened. Hey, I just realized something. That you never beat me in Minecraft? He flashed me a big smile. Haha, no. That there must be some kind of tunnel between this room and the portables. How else would this guy be able to sting people in both places and not be seen? Makes sense, so they probably retreated into their tunnel. I looked him up and down. You know, you're a lot brighter than they say. Bunny held a finger to his lips. Shush, if word gets around, Mr. Chill would expect a lot more of me. I scratched my head. So how do we drive the monsters out completely? Blast music at both ends? No, said Benny, patting his book bag. We take it to the next level. But before I could learn what the next level was, the bell rang. Time to pack up the karate system and hustle off to Mr. Chu's class. Maybe if I got him to sing a few tunes, he never find out I didn't have time to do the math homework last night. I sighed. Being a hero and a student at the same time is a lot harder than it looks.